Hey, how's it going, guys? So, what I want to talk about is should you disclose tax strategies on your sales calls if you're looking to close tax planning clients or whatever the case may be? So, again, guys, my name is Kenneth Dennis. I am one of the founders over here at Tax Pro Grow in a tax reduction company. And please make sure you like and subscribe to this channel as it allows our content to grow, and we're going to produce more videos for you guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the video topic. Is a lot of the tax and accounting professionals that I speak to, they talk about, well, like I just feel as if I give so much information to my clients and I don't get compensated for it. A lot of us are in that boat, right? Where you give out a lot of information. You've probably been doing a lot of tax planning for your clients already, where you've been telling them, hey, you should be this type of corporation or do this or do that, and all these types of things because you wanted to deliver more value, become more valuable to your clients. And you probably didn't want them to leave you, right? And you just wanted to give to these clients. But you giving didn't have a ROI when it came to what exactly you were expecting when it comes to compensation. And what we call this type of thing is we call this the giver syndrome. And a lot of tax and accounting professionals have this, right? It's where you basically go out, you you give information to people, you give them all the tax strategies, you literally throw up over the phone, and the person walks like, oh, okay, yeah, this all sounds good. Thank you so much. And there's been no exchange in compensation at all, right? It's almost like a waste of time. It's almost counterintuitive because it's like, well, shit, I gave them all my information. I told them everything about me. I told them I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, I'm this. And I walked away with nada, right? And that's what you don't want to do, okay? So the most important thing for yourself is going to be getting yourself out of this giver syndrome and giving just enough information, okay? And the reason people have this giver syndrome is because they don't have a sales process. They don't. And don't let me hear, I'm not good at sales, I'm not this, I'm not that. The reason you're not good at sales is because you don't have a process. You wouldn't be good at accounting or tax work unless you had a process, guys. You just need a process. It's not hard. Just have a process, work, go through it. That's it. You don't need to worry about it. It's like anything else in this world. Just have a process, right? It was hard to drive a car at 1.2 until you practiced and had a process. So what we talk about, right, is to reverse engineer the giver syndrome. Is I talk about I talk about giving just enough cheese to somebody to get them to close with you, right? When you give people cheese, it's just one tax strategy that you give them, then that's it. The way that we design our sales process is we give away one tax strategy. That is literally it. We don't give away anything else. If they want the rest of that, or they want to know how to do this, how to do that, they need to sign an engagement agreement with our firm. Then from there, we could do the rest of it. But when it comes to this, you don't need to give away a million zillion tax strategies. It's counterintuitive for yourself, and you're going to lose out on deals. Okay? And when people have a conversation with you and they might ask you something, here's like a quick little script, right? This is just off the top of the head, but we've used this. Hey, so and so, thank you, man. That's honestly a really wonderful question. I can honestly see why you would ask that question. And what we usually do is we usually address that within the planning phase of the process, because honestly, I don't want to give you bad advice without me looking over your prior 3 years, without me going over all of our potential tax projections. So I would be doing you a disservice if I gave you that answer, and it would kind of be negligent. So we would definitely address that question within the planning process for sure. But like I said prior, when it comes to transitioning and set up yourself a cost segregation that's going to allow you to accelerate the depreciation, that's just one of the strategies that we're going to look at, and that could potentially save you over $70,000 in taxable income. So what we need to do now is definitely, kind of button everything up and get you, rocking and rolling with the tax plan and get you going. That is literally how you reverse engineer and you don't give away cheese to people. I gave away one piece of cheese. I simply talked about cost segregation. That was it. I didn't go into a million different questions. I talked about why we don't want to do certain things, right? And how I can't give you information because it'd be negligent. That's how you push back. That's what we talk about within our sales process. So you stop blurting information out that doesn't give you sales. Again, that goes back to process. We have a process that we've worked on for over 20 plus years that just flat out works for us, for our clients, and everybody else that we come in contact with, right? You have to have rebuttal scripts. And that's one thing that we've built out, are rebuttal scripts. It's kind of like if you think about when you're bowling, right? And you don't want to bowl a gutter ball, right? You have those little bumpers, right? What a rebuttal script does is it just allows you not to go into the bumpers and do anything stupid, right? Or anything like that. It just allows you kind of stay in the middle and hopefully you hit something right around here, right? But you're not going to be giving out, information and just screwing yourself over. So that's a very, very important thing that we talk about, right? So again, guys, when you guys are going through the sales process and you guys are creating, speaking to people and different things like that, do not have the giver syndrome where you give out everything. It cuts your legs off. People will go take that information, look it up, give it to their accountant and say, let's do this or let's do that or whatever the case may be. You need to have rebuttals and you need to have a process in place so you don't give out too much information, okay? So if you guys definitely want to understand how do you create your rebuttal scripts and how do you put yourself in a position where you're not giving out too much information that might be silly or anything like that, you guys can kind of see where I created a script right in front of you guys, right? Where I rebutted and I didn't give out too much information. Make sure you guys click the links below, book a call with our team, and we'll definitely walk you through exactly what that needs to look like, okay? So again, guys, I'm Kenny Dennis. I hope this video was of value. Literally go back, re-record exactly what I was saying and what came out my mouth, and you could literally use that for yourself. That's how you can rebuttal conversations and put yourself in a good position where you don't blurt out too much information, okay? All right, guys, have a good day. Take care.